walking around with their scuba gear looking under the water. But if you think about a terrestrial ecosystem, if you look out, at a forest, for example, you see the small plants on the ground, the big trees, you see the birds flitting around, you can hear the buzz of insects, and you see the large megafauna like the deer walking through and the foxes and coyotes that are the predators. You see that whole pyramid of life, so to speak, the whole food chain that's obvious to the naked eye. And all of that exists in a stream too, in a river. It's just that it's not as readily seen, right? Everything is downscaled for the most part, particularly, the size of streams and rivers that most people are interacting with are not enormous rivers. And so you have the microbial community on the bed of the river. You have aquatic plants, including algae, that are basically the equivalent to our land plants that are photosynthesizing and creating energy. And there's a whole very complex insect community that is decomposing organic matter and bringing that into the food chain. And then you go up and up the food chain. Essentially, you have things like crayfish that are crawling all around, and then you start to get into the different fish species, and there are, just like in the terrestrial, there's, the equivalent of your bunny rabbits that are going around nibbling on the plants and the algae, and then there's the bigger predators that eat those, and the even bigger predators that eat everybody, and humans typically are interacting most with the very top of that food chain.